right, here we go. This is the Flyovers for the Discovering the World Open 2024. Thank you to Discovering the World for being our title sponsor. This is part of the California Disc Golf Series. And thank you to all of our sponsors for the California Disc Golf Series. I'm Andrew, and I'm here with
Ryan Riley.
And we're doing hole 1, upper course, par 3, 370 feet. This is not your normal hole 1. It's going to be on top, and we'll remove that bar on top. Right around, sneak around that, and there's your hole. Feels like 340 feet. Hole 2, my favorite. It's my favorite hole on both courses. Par 3, 284, feels like maybe 270s, 265, 260, slightly downhill. You definitely do not want to kick right or left. All eyes on the discs when you are throwing, please. Hole 3, another shorty. This is a dogleg right. Right-handed sidearm is preferred if you do have it. The putter turnover is there. Mid-range putter turnover is there. Mid-range turnover, but could go a little long. That drops off pretty nicely. Hole 4, par 3, 236 feet. Downhill, feels about 200. For a pro player, you're definitely throwing a putter backhand if you are a righty. Just straight through these trees right here. You don't want to go right down that hallway. You want to land short and slide up. Hole 5, par 3, 203. Forehand is the line over this big tree that we're flying over right there. There is also a right-handed gap. It's very low, and you're gonna have to throw pretty hard to get to that fallen log.
But it's also easy to go to that street right there, so be careful.
Yeah, street and beyond ROB. Hole 6, par 3, 216, feels about 375 feet uphill. Don't be fooled by these short sizes. Little fancy drone flying. Hole 7, par 3, 346. This is also a full power drive. Feels about 380, 390. You are going uphill and under that low tree and trying to miss that log. Hole 8, par 3, 330, fills about another 380 feet. You can go straight down the hallway. You can risk hitting those apple trees and kicking left, or you can go up and over with the turnover if you have that power. I do not. Upper course, hole 9, par 4, 362, feels more like 500-ish. You can't get very much off the tee, and then it's a sidearm or backhand. It's going.
It's a scramble game almost all the way up that whole fairway.
Hole 10, par 3, 216, feels like 270. You just got to be careful throwing. If you throw too much, too straight of a disc, it will hit the tree on the right. Hole 11, par 3, 207, has a straight gap that we're seeing right there and a left gap that the drone's going to fly over. The left gap is much bigger and easier to navigate, but you're going to have to make sure you push it far enough out to get there. And you do have a couple little trees blocking your way. Hole 12, par 3, 165, downhill, the shortest hole of both courses. This is a very touchy. You cannot throw too long, and you cannot throw. Yeah, if you throw too short, you're not in a terrible spot.
If you go long, you're right in those bushes in the back, and then you're trying to throw up and over them.
This is Santa's Village right here, Christmas Town. Hole 13, par 3, 219 feet downhill. I'll throw a mid-range. I'm throwing a Cayman off of here. You're going to want to miss this big green tree, the greenest one right there, and hit the floor right about here and scoot to it. The next hole will look a little greener because it's actually May's footage. So this is what you get when you play in May. Hole 14, par 3, 223, low ceiling. Feels like 200, almost 300 feet. Hole 15, par 3, 255. That tree, low-hanging tree limb's gone. That tree is gone. This little tree is gone. This little tree the drone is flying over is also gone. Has been gone for about a year now, and this has all been cleaned up too. pretty straight hole. 16 par 3, 229 feet. Last year we put a new pin position. It's a little bit further. That tree is gone. A lot of the low-hanging stuff, and it's right back there where that little stumpy tree is. Hole 17, par 3, backhanded forehand, right-handed forehand is preferred. 266 feet. You want to hit the gap. There is a backhand route, is pretty risky. You can hit, kick left, and double bogey and bogey are definitely in play. Hole 18, par 4, 404. This is not the normal hole. The sidewalk road is OB. If you land short is the play, and then you're gonna throw up here. This will all be roped off, so it'll be a smaller green to hit. Going long will be OB with an elevated basket. Now we are going to lower course now. This is hole 1, 563, par 4, a very challenging hole. It's usually in between hole 1 and hole 18 that are the hardest holes on the course. You're gonna wanna get past these two trees right here in this area. Will set you up for a great approach if you can get that far. It's about 350 feet to get past it. Hole 2, par 3, 333 feet. It does not feel 333. It plays about 380. Road and left are out of bounds.
Stay right for sure.
Very easy to hit the first trees. Hole 3, par 3, 316, fills about 200 and maybe 50 feet, 260 feet. This grouping of logs does have a line on it that will show you if you're OB, well, if you're in hazard. Hole 4, par 3, 293 feet downhill, fills about 280, low ceiling. These first set of trees are really hard to get through. If you can't get through them, you're going to get a bogey. You want to get through these sets of trees and slide up as close as you can. Hole 5, par 3, 252, also a brutal hole. Straight shot through this first set of trees. If you can make it through that, you're pretty freaking awesome. My favorite hole on the lower course. 252 does feel like 252. I threw an easy mid-range right at it. Hole 6, par 3, 213 feet. Uphill, feels like 260, 270.
Just clear the ravine.
You want to be right or left, not hyzering too much. Watch out for those little kids. Hole 7, par 4, 505 feet. This is downhill, dogleg right. It's a very fun hole to play. You do not want to kick left or right in any of this area. Your goal is to slide up to this little fire pit right here, and you've got about 3 different windows to choose from where to go. If you go long, hopefully you have a little window. You want to be more towards the left because there is a big drop off behind the basket. You've yet to see an eagle on this hole. Hole 8, par 3, 207 feet. A very short hole. It's about a putter throw for most pros. There's this little skinny tree that's in the middle of the screen. You want to be right, but you also want to miss the big bushy tree on the right. Land by the stump, scoop to the basket. Hole 9 is a new position. It's 260 feet downhill. It is a very challenging. There is almost zero right-handed backhand lined at it. I've had a few guys that do it, but man, you got to get lucky. Forehand does seem like the route to get there. Trying to get through the gap the drone is flying through, and you're hitting that little doghouse, or if you can make it that far, usually you're pretty good. Hole 10, par 3, 256 feet. Usually this little creek is filled with water. It is dry. This is the first time I've ever seen it dry, so there is no OB on here. You're gonna go through here. It fills about 370 feet of power to get here.
Big drop off to the left.
Hole 11, par 4, 502. This was also a scene from the Obi-Wan TV show, if you're a Star Wars fan. Par 4, you got to hit that early gap. If you can hit that, your goal is to stay straight. You do not want to be left, and you do not want to be right. Stay on that fire road, and if you can get up from there, you got about a 250-foot upshot-ish to an elevated stump basket. A lot of fun. Hole 12, par 3, the hole I hate the most on this course. It was a filler hole, and I'm sorry, not very fun. It's pretty hard. It feels like about 400 feet to get this hole, 410. Very uphill. Hole 13, par 3, 246 feet. You can do a backhanded turnover. They seem to go long. Sidearm feels like the play, but the turnover putter or mid-range does work as well. Hole 14, par 4, 533 feet. You are going to want to split. There's like two gaps right here. You want to be on the left gap. You want to pass this raggedy tree on the left-hand side. If you can be by this stump, you're going to look pretty good. You can do a big forehand that can go over everything, or a little turnover that's going to go through these set of trees with the drones flying over, straight to that basket. Hole 15, par 4, 353, feels like 500-ish. You're going to want to turn something over, backhanded turnover where it flexes out is the play, and then a nice putter or mid-range shot to finish it off. That there's a straight about 10 feet behind it is beyond. Hole 16, par 3, 348, feels like 370. Can get very gusty right here. A lot of discs go to your right. Pavement and beyond and left is OB. You're going to want to throw probably a full power shot. If you hit early, it will slide up. Hole 17, par 3, 256 feet. This is a very challenging hole. My recommendation is to go on the right side of that big tree that's on your right and let it finish hyzering out towards the basket. Extremely hard to hold the disc straight because it is on a hill. Hole 18, par 4, 558. Again, one of the hardest holes. Your goal is to get as far as possible.
Just get up the other side of the hill.
If you want to pass these grouping of trees, if you can get past these two trees right here, you have a great chance at birdie. It's about 380-ish feet to get past those.
Don't go right.
And you do not want to go right down here. And you also don't want to go left. This is on a hill. Somewhere I would just say don't go left. Oh, what's the drone doing? All right, so the next thing we're going to go over is our points series. So if you do go to losangelesdiscgolf.com, you can click on the California Disc Golf Series and you can see where we're going. Right here it shows us how many different MPO players that have come through the tournaments that we've ran so far this year. So far in MPO, we have Chris Penninger Jr. on top, Brett Stenton and Donovan Farrell leading the points series. This red line is the cutoff line with Mark Mahan right now. We got a couple key contenders, Stephen Key, who would like to get into that. Even myself, I'm way down there. Don't worry about me. FPO, we don't have as many FPO women as we would like. All 4 of these women would be invited if it did end right now. We do have 2 tournaments left. What is it? We have Discovering the World and Throwvember left.
Both are live.
MP40, we have Super Michael the Sandbagger Medlock and Carlo holding it down. You got David Perry, which I don't think he'll be. John Ryan. I don't know if John Ryan signed up for any of these. And where's Ryan at? Oh, look at Ryan.
I've played a couple.
Oh, you didn't play the Crestline one.
I did not.
Ryan might be getting bumped out because he is definitely not going to be here. So he'll be running. For MP50, Chris Brophy, Jay Goldman, and Carlos Chavez leading the point series with Jim Roll, Mark Allen, and Paul Fenton really close behind. Not sure if any of these guys are signed up for Throwvember or Discovering the World, but they can get it. Mike Rayleigh, Dan Henton, and Jamie Trejo. We got Jerry Goff, Jeff Singh straight behind. If you guys know it, Jeff Singh aced. Do you remember his crazy roller ace?
Hole 16 backside.
Hole 16 backside
Up
roller
off,
ace.
Up off the rubber ring,
Frickin'
straight into the
Jeff
basket.
Singh. FP60, we only have one player. We do need a minimum of three. I think it's might be 4 players, right?
3 to 4 at least, yeah.
I think it's 4 players to be considered to make a division for the championship. MA1, we have Ben Lawson, Ryan Page, and Marvot. Ooh, Daniel Elio very close to holding it down. We got Jonathan Go, who got a win this year. Oh man, we got a lot of players in MA1.
That's going to have a really big prize pack for the winner.
Yeah, MA for the AMs, we have I think it's roughly around $10,000 in added prizes for all the AM divisions combined. FA1, Amira Jensen, Veronica Montero, D. Wow. So we're looking pretty good. Jenny Kahn and Stephanie De La Cruz, not too far behind. MA40, we have Daniel Massif, Eric Bonelis, Chris. I can't even pronounce that. Daniel with the 2 wins. What did he win? He won the Summer Classic and the Long Beach Classic.
Oh, yeah. And then I think he won another one, I want to say Prado or somewhere out that way. He's been on a tear this year.
Great. We got a lot of MA40s.
Also, right below the cutoff, I see a few people that are vying for some spots right there, too.
Awesome. For MA50, David Peralta with 2 wins, Eric Descharmy, and Steve Kidwell. Wow, and David Peralta has a 10-point lead.
2 wins as well.
I don't know if he is playing any of these, but there looks like there's going to be 5 people invited to play in the championship series. And the championship series is for Lakeside. I am incredibly excited. It is probably the most exciting Lakeside layout that we have ever designed. It's going to be the most unique. I would say about 8 or 9 of the holes are safari layout. Hole 2 is going to be a lot of different holes. Hole 2 is going to be such a fun hole. Gosh, I really am hoping to even have a chance at playing in it. Highly doubt it. FA50, Marciela, Caroline, and Maureen Straub holding the top down 3 spots. Looks like we're going to be inviting 4 people to play in that. We will have an update as soon as Crestline done. We have Frank Martinez doing the point system for us, and he's been doing a great job. MA60, Jim Klein, Oz, and Mr. Bart frickin' Eccles. And I was there when Bart Eccles won Crestline. That was pretty awesome. So we will be inviting, all ties will go. So Edwin and Tom, since they tied, Edwin will get it, but it looks like we're only going to be inviting 4 people unless there is a tie. FA60, there's only one, Robin. MA70, there's only 2 guys, John and Kim. And MA2, Leonardo, Leo, Jonathan, and Randall are leading up.
And Leo's MA2, but he's been putting up some MPO scores lately. I've seen some 7 down, 8 down, 9 down. I don't know. Time to move up.
Yeah, it might be. You got the Ryan Riley special. How long did you play in MA1 for? Yeah, it was a long time. FA2, we have two girls in there. MA3, Mikey, Michael, and Jacob leading the top 3 spots. So it looks like we'll be inviting 15 people from MA3 to come play. Oh my gosh. FA3, we have Evelyn, Samantha, and Alyssa.
Salazar?
Not my sister, not my family, not related. But I like her. MA4, Jason, Jonathan, and Brian. Jason with 2 wins, one at Crestline, one at Long Beach. Ooh, Jason and Jonathan are both tied.
Tied going in.
Wow. That's crazy that they're both. He has 2 wins and they're both tied.
Summer Classic had such a big field of players that even Jonathan, without getting the win, was managed to get 34 points.
FA4, Tina, Hay, and Hannah leading it up. We will invite 4 to play in that one. AMJ 15, we would need 1 more to play in that. MJ 12, you have Michael and Haley. Mm-hmm. I think Haley played Summer Classic though. Mm-hmm. We're gonna have to double check that score.
Yeah, I think she's there.
Because if you haven't seen Haley play, she's absolutely incredible.
Phenomenal.
She puts a spanking on my son every week at La Mirada.
Oh, there she is. She's in the 10.
Oh, that's why she had 2 different divisions. Well, thank you guys for watching. We're really excited again. The disc golf, California Disc Golf Series will you will get an invite. Sorry, tongue-tied. You will get an invite after Throwvember from Ryan Riley, and he will be following up with you guys, making sure that you guys do want to play. If that person does not accept the invite, it will go down the next list. That invite will be that day will be a 2-round 1-day challenge. Is a very modified lakeside and a very modified backside as much as we can.
And that event will be taking place mid-December. I think it's the 15th. I can get you that for Saturday the 14th, I believe, of December.
Sunday.
Sorry, Sunday the 15th. Yeah, so I was right.
I have them right here.
Yeah, Sunday the 15th will be the California Disc Golf Series championship that was described with a really fun safari layout. Take everything you know from La Mirada and throw it away, because you'll be thrown to some holes that you've never seen.
That's definitely right, and I hope I can play, or at least I can I can witness the punishing that there is a few holes, because some of them are going to be a lot of fun to watch.
And bring your fishing pole, just in case.
There is a few over the water shots.
There's a few in the water shots too.
If your name is Ryan Riley. All right, guys. Thanks a lot. We look forward to the rest of this year and getting started on next year for you guys.
And if you're not signed up yet, you can still go on Disc Golf Scene to get into the last couple tournaments. Discovering the World is taking place next weekend.
Next weekend, yes.
And then Throwvember is the first weekend of November. We also have a kickoff party going off at Ruby Reds in La Habra. Good putting competition, some cash prizes for the winners. First place, I think, is taking $150. Second, $75, and third will get you a hearty handshake from Andrew Salazar.
No, it was a mustache ride from Ryan Riley.
Yeah, it's not happening this year.
If you guys weren't there for the Long Beach Classic, Ryan was giving those out like it was candy. He was raising money for charity. I don't know what charity it was, though. It was weird. It was the weirdest thing. All right, guys. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you soon.